Ach, up, ach, up, ach. Oh, wang, 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 wang. Good morning. My name is Chris Fox, and today we're asking an important question. How many words will it take you specifically to get to greatness, to get to a point where you're happy with your ability as an author? This is something that we control. It could be a very large number. It could be 8 million words is what you need to write personally to get to a point where you are a master of this craft and you feel like you know exactly what you're doing. It could be less, it could be more. In my case, I used 8 million because that's about what I've written at this point. If I look back at short stories that are littering my hard drive and the books that I now have in print and everything that I've worked on, we're sitting at about 8 million words. And if I look back to where I was at the start of this and all of the lessons that I've learned between the day that I started and now, it just blows my mind. And I could have done it much more quickly because I feel like there is a finite number of words, of bad words that you need to kind of get through to reach the good words. You practice your craft, you try these stories out, and you learn. And the problem that I ran into was kind of paralysis early on, where I was so afraid of producing something subpar, where I would write something and it would suck, that I didn't write at all. But in order for us to improve as authors, we have to write. That's what we got to do. It's like, a shark has to swim or it'll die. As a writer, you have to write. You've got to write. Doing that for long enough starts to produce gains. You begin to get stronger and better at your craft. And at some point for me, my identity finally shifted. So I think a lot of us suffer from imposter syndrome, even if you've got books out, even if you've made money doing this. We never feel like we're real authors because there's always somebody above you, some level above you, who's doing really well. And you say to yourself, that's the real author. I'm never going to be at that level. Well, for us to get to that level, all we have to do is work, and work tirelessly and fiercely and happily towards the goal that we're after. So this year, those of you that have followed the channel for a while know that I launched the Road to a Million Words, which has been sporadically updated. I'm like 150,000 words behind this year because I made some choices in the middle of the year to focus on some other stuff. But I've written 650,000 words this year. Now, I'm a better writer than I was at the beginning of the year. I've put each of the books that I've written this year through the ringer. I've gone through multiple editing passes and have learned new things about how plot and characterization weave together to tell an excellent story because I am practicing. So the lesson and the takeaway for you is there's a number. How many words before you reach greatness? And so your assignment in the comments, if you are willing to do so, is just list the amount of words that you've written in your life. I've written 3 million words, and I think I'm going to have to write 2 or 3 more million more to get to a point where I'm happy with my writing. And then realize that if you're putting down 5,000 words a day or 2,000 words a day or whatever you can do, you're going to hit that number eventually. Might take a year, might take 10 years, but you're going to get there. So each day make a choice. Are you working on reducing that number? Are you working on writing some more words and getting closer to where you want to be? Or are you not? It's a very binary equation. Anyway, guys, I need to get back to the writing. This book, Fomori Invasion, is now almost 1,000 pages long. It is just crazy how long this book is. But I feel very strongly about this. The first book's reaction was really, really good in comments, and it set this book up. So the second book, I think, will do tremendously well. And when I publish it, I'll be up to 1,700 pages of fiction in this series already this year. And then I'll start working on book 3. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get back to the writing, and I will see you, if not next week, sometime soon.